Hey, what's going on everyone? How you guys doing today? Welcome back to another video. And today we're talking about the fallen Guillotine because it's back in the loot pool. Yes, they got added with the most recent patch back into the loot pool. So now all of you guys that missed out on this sword can actually get it. Which you should try to get this sword as quickly as possible because it's really great. Even with that shiny brand new exotic sword going around killing everything, the fallen Guillotine I think is still a pretty good one, mostly because it's a legendary weapon. So you can run another exotic and still run a pretty powerful sword. Now let's talk about how to actually get the sword and what are the perks that you should be looking for. So first of all, how to get the sword, and this may sound a little bit familiar to you guys. It is just a random world drop. All the new weapons are random world drops, meaning that you can get them from the end of activities, from engrams, or from turning in those sweet tokens, banger tokens, crucible tokens, weapon materials to Banshee. All of those are ways that you can get the sword. It is not guaranteed, so make sure that you take whatever currency you have the most of and just keep turning in until you pretty much get a sword. It seems to drop a little bit more often than the 7 Seraph Revolver, at least. I got a couple of them when I was turning in a bunch of them for the Revolver. So, hopefully you get some. That's all I can really say. I just hope RNG is on your side. Okay, so now let's talk about the two must-have perks that you need to have on this weapon to get the most out of it. And to be honest with you, there's only two perks that you really need to worry about, and they are the two trait perks. If you have the two that you need, you can pretty much just run any other of these two first perks, and it won't matter as much as these two final ones. These two are the ones that you're gonna make sure that they are exactly these two that we got right here. The first one is Relentless Strikes. Landing 3 light attacks will return 1 ammo. So every 3 light attacks equals 1 ammo back. So you can just make the most out of your ammo. Second perk is Whirlwind Blade. Rapid sword strikes increase the weapon's damage, and it can stack up to 5 times. So once you hit 5 sword strikes, you're going to be hitting some max damage, and the damage definitely is noticeable. So Whirlwind Blade, it's just a must have with any sword really. Not just with this one, with all of them. And when you pair both of these up together, the sword, any sword really, but this one specifically, becomes amazing. You're getting ammo back, you're increasing your damage, and it just makes the sword really good. Usually with this sword, you go in for some light attacks, build up your damage stacks, and once you reach times 5, you smack the enemy with a heavy attack, and then do tons of damage. Do a couple of lights until you get your heavy attack back, and then do another heavy attack. It's a very smooth and simple combo, but it puts in a lot of damage. So these are the two perks that you definitely want. If you have any other perk, you can use it while you wait for these, because you're definitely looking for these. Nothing else is gonna be as good as these two. Now for the initial two perks, like I said, you can pretty much just run anything, but there are two perks that do actually improve the sword, but they're not required to make it work. They're not as important as the other two perks. And the perks that I'm talking about are Jagged Edge, which is going to increase the damage on the sword, and also Sword Master's Guard, which is going to increase the recharge rate. The first one's pretty self-explanatory, just more damage per hit, that's pretty good. And with the second one, the charge rate is going to allow you to actually spam the heavy attack more often, so you won't have to wait in between heavy attacks as much. So let's just spam your heavy attack a little bit faster. So you kind of want to aim for something like this if you want to get the most out of it. Jagged Edge, Sword Master's Guard, Relentless Strike, and then Whirlwind Blade. But like I said, as soon as you have these two, you're pretty much good to go. The sword is gonna do you ridiculous amounts of damage, especially for a legendary sword. And yeah, there's not really much to say about the Fallen Guillotine. Besides, it's a really good weapon, and you should definitely try to get one if you don't have a good one. I don't want to make this video longer than it needs to be, so I think that with this, we're going to end today's video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Good luck in farming the sword, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye, have a good rest of your day. Remember to leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave a comment, because why not? And see you guys next time.